Welcome back, guys, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, along with the Terrible Towel. And as you can see, guys, I'm out of the splint. It still looks very bad. The nail is in transition of coming off, and it's crazy. It looks very ugly, pretty much like the game we played this past Sunday. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, now the three things I'm going to point out that was good in the game, and basically three players. Martavis Bryant comes up with a huge catch to put us back in position to possibly win the game or tie the game, whatever's going to happen in that case. Great catch in the back of the end zone, juggles the ball, able to secure it and get his feet down. Great catch. All right. Antonio Brown comes up with a nice game, a game that we usually like to see from him, +5 catches, 100 yards or what have you. That's the Antonio Brown we've all grown to love. So he had a great day, made some huge catches. All right. Now, Le'Veon Bell. I mean, this guy, he is the bell cow. No doubt about it. I love Le'Veon Bell. I loved him out of college. And it's good to see where he's at now. Like that, the weight where he's at now, his quickness is a lot better. And I've just never seen, in my time of looking at football, I'm sure if I sit down and think about it, I could come up with a comparison. But I've never really seen a running back, especially at his age, that's so patient. The way he just hesitates, he doesn't do anything crazy. Like, he doesn't run backwards if he doesn't have to. He finds a spot to get some yards and get down. And a lot of time, he just waits and waits and waits, and he breaks out for a long run, like the run he had in that game. Now, this is the only thing, man. Could you imagine if Le'Veon Bell had open field speed? How many touchdowns would he have? Like, he would have scored on that play. He would have scored last year at Carolina on that long play. But it is what it is. He's not a fast running back. That's no knock on him. He's just not. He was a heavier guy in college. He's just a great running back, I would say. Just doesn't have breakaway speed. It is what it is. Think about an Emmitt Smith. But guys, that's the only thing really good I can come out of that game with. I told you guys, man, that I was concerned about going to Kansas City. Now, I felt like we could possibly beat them because I didn't think Kansas City had a great team with Jamal Charles being out. There was rumors that Jeremy Maclin would be out, and he was out. So I figured, listen, all we got to do is focus on Kelsey, keep our eye on the run game and kind of contain Alex Smith, play solid defense, play the defense that we've been playing. We'll be fine. That was not the case. Our defense played, I don't even know what to say about the defense. And Landry Jones, everyone's pumping him up because he comes in last week and, to take over for Vic, throws a couple touchdowns. Everyone thinking he's the guy now. Let's not forget, this is the same Landry Jones that a lot of us wanted off of the team. Now, I'm not knocking Landry Jones, but my concern was how will he play going into a hostile environment like Arrowhead Stadium in his first NFL start? Well, he showed us. He made some good throws. I like how they got him throwing early. That was good. He made some nice plays, but then he made some bad plays. That first interception, where is he throwing that ball to? It's like he's looking right at the middle linebacker, and Johnson picks him off. The second interception, some would say Antonio Brown should have caught the ball. But no, if you look at what happened, it was a bad pass. And Johnson, again, was able to deflect it. It pops up. AB probably could have secured it on the deflection. It is what it is. We could say that it's not as easy of a catch as we all would think. People drop balls. It happens. But like I said, had it been a better throw out in front where it was supposed to be, Antonio Brown probably catches that in stride. That hurt us big time, man. Those turnovers really hurt. Because we were right. It was almost like the San Diego game. We was right in the game for so long, and then we do something to blow it. It's like, and I say the San Diego game because even though we won that game, remember how close the game was the entire game, and then finally we do something and we're able to pull ahead. That's kind of how the Kansas City game felt. It was right there for us to win if we could just muster some defense, which we could not. And let me give you my frustrations about the defense real quick, and then we'll briefly talk about Cincinnati and we'll be out of here. The secondary, man, is showing itself. We've been playing good defense as a whole, quote unquote, but look at all of the yards we've been giving up. Look at the yards we gave up against the Cardinals. You know, Carson Palmer throws for over 400 yards. We've been giving up a lot of yards. What's been helping us is we've been keeping guys out of the end zone. Well, you can't play that type of defense for long and think it's going to work. Eventually, the bend but don't break mentality is not going to always come through. Every now and then, you're going to break. It's the NFL. These are NFL talent players. You understand? So you can't keep playing that roll of the dice. We'll give up some yards and then we'll stop. No, it's not going to happen. As you can see, a team like Kansas City took well advantage of the time that they possessed the ball, how they were moving the ball, and when they got in the red zone, they scored when they needed to. We can't win like that. Our secondary is very suspect and very weak. And I saw bad plays by the entire secondary in that game. Now, no one's going to be perfect, but I'm just saying, again, Antoine Blake, he's not the guy to be playing on the outside. I don't know what it is that he shows the coaches. I'm not knocking the coaches. I trust in our coaches. I trust in Tomlin. Let me say that again, because a lot of people out here act like they don't like Tomlin. I like Tomlin. Tomlin is a great coach, and it's easy for anybody to sit on the couch and say what they could do better than him. He's the winningest coach in Steelers franchise. Period. I like him. The players love him. That should speak volumes. So I'm not questioning those type of things. Because like I said, you could question any coach in any scenario when they do something that you didn't agree with. But what I am questioning is, why is it that Antoine Blake is getting the start on the outside? I just don't see him having the capability. He gets torched. He's too small in stature. Most of these guys are over his head. I feel like he should be playing in the nickel or in sub packages. What is going on with Brandon Boykin? I wonder. Brandon Boykin, I mean, he came in, you know, when Blake was down a little bit, and then I believe William Gay went out for a minute, and Blake, Boykin came in and he did some things, you know, as far as playing. But I just wonder what it is about him. Has he not grasped the system? Because to me, he showed how, you know, good he can be as far as a DB talent in Philly. So I just wonder what is it that allows us to play Blake over him, or why not, like I said, go with Cockrell, Gay, and throw Boykin inside. Maybe bring in Blake on downs when we think they're going to run the ball, because he's a good tackler. He's aggressive. I like his tenacity. I just don't like him covering people on the outside. I'm sorry. So our secondary's got to step it up. The run, you know, we gave up a lot on the run too. I don't know, man. You know, I know Stephon Tuitt was out, and people don't think, you know, stuff like that matters. Sometimes when you're down a guy or two, it really matters with the chemistry and how your defense is structured. You know, you depend on the other guy to do his job. It matters sometimes when one guy is out. Shazier was back. You know, you can see him flying around, so I think that's going to be great for us. So I don't know. We have to address this secondary. I don't know what the answer is. You know, I've talked to other Steelers fans, and they're complaining. They're saying, why won't they do something about the secondary? It is what it is at this point. It's week 7. You know, what are you going to do? You're not going to bring in somebody now. It's just, you know, it's got to be technique and, you know, repetition. That's all I can say. But I don't know what we got to do. But we better do something and fast, because looking at the upper echelon teams, we're not going to beat those teams. All right, now Ben is coming back to face Cincinnati. Now, what does that mean? We would all like to think that we're going to go home and Cincinnati's going to come in and we're going to give them their first loss. Don't just think that's going to happen. Cincinnati is playing great ball. Now, they have been in some close games, so I'm not saying that we can't beat them, but you got to consider this. Ben has been out. And I don't care who you are, whether you're an elite quarterback or not. When you haven't played in a game setting, you could show a little rust. Could take a little time for the guys to get back connected as far as chemistry. Maybe. You know, I know Ben has been with these receivers for a while, so that probably won't happen, but it could. But like I said, that's secondary. Cincinnati has a run game. They have A.J. Green. They have A.J. Green. They have A.J. Green. They have Sanu. I mean, it's a lot of guys. I'm probably not even remembering all of their receivers, but they have weapons. And our secondary seems to not be able to deal with elite receivers. And the tight end, Eifert, I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. All I will say is this as I wrap this video up. We need this win because them boys are 6-0. At 4-3, we need to win. We definitely need a win against them, but we need to keep some type of pace with Cincinnati because the chances of winning the division are very bleak at this point. So right now, you know, we need to definitely continue to try to get some wins, at least to try to stay within the rank, you know, within range of the wild card spot. But we'll see. It's a lot of football left to go. I hope we can pull it out. I'm just saying, I'm not feeling comfortable by our secondary, and I think teams that get time to pass the ball, you know, if we can't get any pressure, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna rip us apart. And that's just how it is. I'm telling it how it is as a diehard Steelers fan. I am speaking the truth here. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this edition, man. Hopefully, when I come back next week, we'll be talking about a victory. So, all right, guys, I thank you for tuning in. Definitely leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and I promise you, it won't hurt you to hit the like button. All right, guys, until next time, let's get it. Here we go. And let me know what you think.
Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Effect. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, until next time, lights out.